The one person I never doubted. There are some betrayals you prepare for, and there are some betrayals that leave you staring at the wall at 3 a.m., asking yourself the same question again and again. Did that really happen? This is one of those stories, guys. I had a best friend. Not just a friend, a bestest friend. The kind of friend who knew everything, my secrets, my fear, my family problems, the things I never told anyone else. He knew all of it. And that's why what happened next felt more impossible to believe. We met when we were teenagers, and over the years, he became family. People would joke and ask if we are dating. We would laugh and say no, because honestly, I trusted him more than most people I had ever met. If someone had asked me back then who was the last person in the world who would hurt you, I would have said his name without thinking. Life wasn't always easy for me. There were times when I felt lost, times when I cried, times when I doubted myself. And somehow, he was always there. Or at least I thought he was there. When I got my first job, he celebrated with me. When I failed, he comforted me. When my heart broke, he listened for hours. And slowly, I stopped questioning his intentions because that's what trust does. It makes you feel safe, it convinces you that some people are different. Yeah, then one day, I met someone, a guy I genuinely liked. For the first time in the long time, I was happy. I told my best friend everything, every conversation, every date, every feeling, just like I always did. And at first, he seemed supportive. He smiled, he encouraged me, he told me he was happy for me. And because he was my best friend, I believed him. And a few months later, things started becoming strange. The guy I was talking to became distant. His replies became cold, his behavior changed completely. And no matter how much I asked, he would tell me, he would not tell me. One evening, he finally said, I don't think you are the person I thought you were. I was shocked. What does that even mean? I was shattered. Then he told me someone had been telling him things about me, personal things, private things, things only one person knew. My stomach dropped because as he spoke, I already knew. I knew exactly who it was, but my brain refused to accept it. No, I remember saying it out loud. No, that's not possible. That's not possible because sometimes the truth is so painful your mind rejects it before your heart can process it. I defended my best friend immediately. I argued, I made excuses. I said there had to be some misunderstanding because there was absolutely no way he would do that to me. No way. But there was. A few days later, I confronted him. I expected denial. I expected anger. I expected him to tell me it wasn't true. Instead, He just sat there quietly, and that silence told me everything. I can't explain what I felt in that moment. It was not anger, not immediately. It was confusion, pure confusion. Because betrayal from strangers hurt, but betrayal from someone you trust completely breaks reality. I kept looking at him, thinking, who are you? How could the same person who comforted me while I cried be the same person who created the pain? How could the same person who called me family talked behind my back? How could someone know exactly what would hurt me and still choose to do that? The answer came later, weeks later. He admitted he was jealous, jealous of my happiness, jealous that I was giving someone else attention, jealous that life was moving forward. And just like that, years of friendship suddenly looked different. I started replaying old memories, old conversations, old situations, and how I realized something terrifying. Maybe the signs were always there. I just did not want to see them. Because when you love someone as a friend, you don't look for red flags. You look for reason to trust them. The hardest part was not losing the friendship. The hardest part was losing the version of him I believe existed. The loyal friend, the protective friend, the trustworthy friend. Because that person was not real, at least not completely. For months, I could not understand it. I kept asking myself, why? Why would someone who claimed to care about me do that? Then one day I stopped asking. Because sometimes people don't betray you because you did something wrong. Sometimes they betray you because of something broke inside them. And that's not your responsibility to fix. Today, if someone asks me what heartbreak feels like, I don't I don't think about relationship. I think about the friendship because nothing prepares you for discovering that person you trusted most was the person you needed protection from. And maybe that's the cruelest part of life. The knife rarely comes from enemies standing in front of you. It comes from the friend standing besides you. The one you never thought to defend yourself against. And even now, years later, the thing that hurts the most isn't what he did. It's remembering how much I trusted him before he did it. Because some betrayal don't just break your heart, they break your ability to believe that people are who they say they are and they are not what they say.